Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Noah Dobert of Dearborn Football. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. So, what have you been up to since football season has ended?
So right now, I'm really focusing on trying to put on some more mass for college, while also trying to work on my explosiveness and speed.
So, let me ask you this: what was it like to play in the Legacy All Star game a few weeks ago?
So the Lakes All-Star game was really a great experience. Like that's the best competition in the state. It's with players I've never played with before, which is really one of the best parts. Had to learn a whole new offense in 3 days, and I had a blast. Really great experience. Had a lot of fun meeting new people, having people talk to us about college and our next step. And it was really fun experience, especially to play on live TV.
Yeah. What are you going to remember from your senior season?
I'm gonna remember the bonds I had with my teammates because that was the last time I ever get to play with anyone. So most likely, so I'm really gonna remember all of them. I wish them all the best of luck in college.
Yeah. Um. So, okay. So, best moment, best game that you've had from this year.
My best game was probably our last game against Novi. I had about 250 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns, and then we ended up winning that game 35-20. That was a crossover game, last game of the season.
Yeah. Um, Going into this year, did you feel like you accomplished all that you wanted to?
Going into this year, I was not satisfied. So I felt like I was playing with a chip on my shoulder. I had one preferred walk on offer walking into my senior year, and I was not satisfied with that. So I was ready to go in there and prove myself to everyone.
How do you describe yourself as a football player?
I would describe myself as just a explosive, uh, hard runner. I don't go down to first contact. I had about 8 yards per carry after contact. So I would describe myself as explosive, and I also had that breakaway speed when I got in the open field.
Yeah. Talk about how you've kind of gotten better over the years. At,
So I've really developed a lot of size and which helped me a lot. And then with the new addition of Coach Reno, he really pushed me to the next level. He made me the athlete I've always wanted to be, and really made me put me on that elite level with speed and explosiveness, while also keep you on that size.
I gotta say, someone like that who had a lot of success when he was at Walled Lake Western, and of course, who someone that just came from the college ranks to come down and coach his alma mater.
Yeah,
What's it like to have someone like that as your head coach, and what does he mean to you?
he really means the world to me. He does a lot for me. He helps me with college. He helps me with high school. He's really pushed me to be a better person on and off the field. And like you can tell, like Dearborn football is where he wants to be. It's like this is his life.
Yeah. So going into what is like this being a part of this program could just kind of mean to you?
This like it's really truly been an honor playing for Dearborn these 4 years. Like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like this is where I grew up. This is where my family is, where my friends are. Like if I even have had the opportunity, I think I would want to stay here. I'm gonna miss it a lot going to college. I can't lie.
Yeah. Um, so let's kind of talk about you for a second. Just kind of like talk about your personality. What are you like off the field?
So off field, I would say if I with my friends and with people I'm very close with, I'm pretty outgoing. Maybe to someone who I don't really know, they'd see me as kind of like a kind of quieter, just minding my own business type of kid. But then if people really get to know me, I think they would say I'm really outgoing. I'm fun to be around, and yeah,
Yeah. How do you mentally prepare for a football game?
football games mentally prepared. Of course I pray before every game. I try to lock in the day of, kind of have headphones in all day, kind of stay quiet, do my thing.
Yeah. Um, do you have like headphones, AirPods, earbuds? What's your method of headphone wear?
Yeah, I wear my AirPods, listen to some music, help me lock in, just mind my own business, stay focused.
Yeah. You have an AirPod in right now, I see.
Yeah, yep.
So, let's Are you like some like what are you like before a game? What's the biggest thing that you're thinking about right before a game?
I got my head full before games. Like obviously, I get those butterflies right before kickoff, and I'm just thinking like, how much will it mean to win this game? Because especially playing the KLAA, every win is a big win because that's some of the top competition in Michigan with Livonia Franklin and Belleville. So like I'm thinking every game needs to be won,
Uh,
or we won't end up in the playoffs.
who is the best player that you played against?
The best player I played against is probably either Bryce Underwood, of course, from Belleville, or I'd say Cordell Mavens from Livonia Franklin. I think he really hits the hole really hard. He's a really good player.
Um, talk about like what you're like on what you're like on the field. Just kind of how would someone describe it?
I think on the field, I like to try to stay aggressive and have that kind of fighter mentality. Like I'll talk some crap during a game if it's necessary, but mostly I try to stay with my own teammates, celebrate with my teammates, and I try to keep everyone on track. Even if things aren't going our way, I'll bring everyone together and I'll tell them, "Hey, let's pick it up. We got to win this game." So I think my teammates would describe me as a leader on the field.
Yeah. Do you play any other sports?
Yes, I'll be running track this spring, and
Okay.
I ran that for all 4 years.
So what events do you run?
So I'd say my top two events are probably the 200 meter and the 400 meter. I run the 100 meter every once in a while, but it's not really my strongest event.
Your strongest event is the 200.
I would say my strongest is the 200 or 400.
Yeah, sounds like a plan there. So talk about um, what does football mean to you?
I mean, football is my life. I've been playing it since I was 8 years old. I really don't know what I'd be like without football. It's helped me grow as a person, not even on the field, also off. It's taught me leadership, accountability, responsibility, and yeah, especially these past 2 years, my junior and senior year, I've really learned what it's like to be a true athlete and be a full-time athlete. So it's my favorite thing. Like if I'm on the field, I'm happy. That's why I'm excited for these next 4 years in college.
That and last thing is what's the biggest thing that you're going to miss about high school football?
I'm gonna miss my teammates, man. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna step into a whole new environment, people I've never seen in my life before. Everyone is probably was the best player on the high school team. It's gonna be a whole new competition. So, I'm really gonna miss some of these underclassmen that I probably won't see ever again. I've really built the bond with my teammates over this my senior year. Like we spent all summer together, all winter together, and of course all fall together.
All right. Well, Noah, thanks so much for coming on, and best of luck. Best of luck this track season, and we'll have you on again when you announce what your plans are.
All right. Thank you for having me.